Hey guys, this is a quick guide for the Return to Empyrean Core expert. As always, not much chit chat, just gonna do a quick explain about trash and bosses. These trash packs are pretty much the same as they used to be. The only difference is the tormented beings are now casters, so they won't follow the tank. The first boss has the following abilities. He's gonna cast Blighted Aura, that is an AoE dot on the group. He's gonna do a cast called Manic Assault that you need to interrupt. He's gonna do 2 consecutive Pizza Slice AoEs that you need to dodge. He's gonna do an ability called Spur Growth that will spawn a plant that you need to kill. And he will do a line of sight mechanic where you need to go out of line of sight of the boss 3 times in a row. To activate the boss you just need to go to one of the levers and pull it. Manic Assault you need to interrupt. Spur Growth, he's popping a plant behind us, I'll turn in a sec. There it is, Pizza Slice, avoid. You need to kill that plant. Life Grip, another interrupt. This is the dot that you get, Blighted Aura. This is the line of sight mechanic. You don't need to avoid straight away, you only need to avoid during the explosions. You can see the damage tick on me every time it explodes. Now. And the third one, now. The second boss. On this fight you have to fight 2 bosses. One of them is Strouds. He has 2 abilities. Draining Field, which is an AoE that he places on himself. He also has a buff called Invigorated. He will gain 1 stack for each second he stands in his Draining Field. His other ability is called Siphoning Vortex. This is an AoE pull that will pull everyone to his location. This ability is no longer interruptible as it used to be in the level 60 dungeon. The other boss has one main ability, which is called Enter the Wrap. When she does that you need to enter the purple zone to be safe. She can't be aggroed, so she will be shooting randomly at people. Also try to kill the bosses at the same time, the remaining boss will become enraged. This is Draining Field, remember to pull him out of it. You can see him gaining stacks now. Siphoning Vortex, he's pulling everyone in. And she's doing Enter the Wrap, you need to be inside. You can see he has 10 stacks now, that's increased damage, he's also enraged. On these trash packs you need to watch out for the Master Mixer, that is the big guy in the middle. He's gonna cast an ability called Pick Me Up, you need to interrupt that, he will be healing the ads. He's also casting an ability called Elixir Infusion. The person who gets it will be attracting the ads. The ads cannot be taunted until the elixir is over. If it lands on the tank he will keep aggro, however once the elixir is over he will lose aggro on the mobs, so you will need to AoE taunt. The third boss. He will remain static in the middle. He has a buff called Impenetrable Barrier that shields him from any damage. To remove that barrier you need to pull and kill an unstable experiment near the boss. He will be casting the following abilities: Elixir Infusion, the same one as on the trash bags earlier. The person who has it will be chased by a few ads, so just keep kiting them. He will also cast an ability called Gripping Goop that will snare anyone who goes through it, friend or foe, so just kite the ads through it and don't get hit by it yourself. This guy needs to be tanked and killed. The first one will always spawn at that location. He is now casting Gripping Goop, you can see it on the floor. He is also spawning some small AoEs, just avoid them. These are the ads chasing the guy with the elixir. As you can see, they are immune to taunt. You can now see the unstable experiment on the left. You just need to pull it near the boss and kill it. This fight can get messy, there's a lot of ads, a lot of AoE, a lot to watch out for. As you can see, the unstable experiment is now near the boss and is getting killed. He is now losing his debuff and is killable. He will stay dispelled for about 30 seconds, so focus him down and ignore everything else. As you can see, we didn't DPS him down enough, he is now casting his barrier again. For those who did it at level 60, the boss doesn't seem to do that AoE anymore where you needed to go around the boss in circle. The next one is completely different from level 61, there's only one mob left. He's gonna do an ability called Radiation, that is an AoE around the boss, so just keep cutting him. He's gonna do an ability called Outer Force. He's gonna mass grab the whole group and knock you back. At 25% he will do an ability called Frenzy. He can no longer be tanked and will start to randomly charge players, so just spread out and finish him off. This is Radiation, AoE around the boss, so just kite him. Alter Force, he's gonna mass grip you and knock back. At 25% he casts Frenzy. He can now no longer be tanked, he has an AoE around him, so spread out and finish him off. On the next trash you just need to be careful. There will be some knife thingies just moving around in between the lanes, so just watch out for those. The last boss. He will do an ability called Growing Corruption. This will place an AoE where the tank is and will remain for the whole fight. He will do a charge mechanic called Trample, where he will just charge a random player. That person needs to avoid the charge and the tank needs to taunt afterwards because he will aggro reset. He's gonna channel a damaging ability on the player called Vitality Leech. You need to interrupt that. He will do an ability called Wrath of the Beast Lord. That is a cone AoE directed to the tank. You need to face that away from players, but also avoid those cores standing on the side. If he hits one of the cores with this ability, they will get unstable and they will start doing AoE damage. You will need to DPS them down. The easiest way to do it is just tank him near the door, so he doesn't damage any cores. This is Growing Corruption. He will cast an AoE on the tank and it will remain for the whole fight. Wrath of the Beast Lord, face away from the people and also don't hit the cores with it. He's now doing his charge ability. If you get targeted by it, you need to avoid it, and the tank needs to taunt the boss back. We are now stopping DPS. We wanted to see what happens when he hits the core. So if the Wrath of the Beast Lord hits the core, it will become unstable and cast his AoE that you're seeing now. You should avoid that mechanic altogether by tanking him near the door. And this is it. I hope you enjoyed this quick guide for the expert mode Return to Empyrean Core. Put a like if you like it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for future videos. And as always, thanks for watching!